Hello and welcome to your fifth Java tutorial, I believe. I want to mention looping in this tutorial because it's kind of an important topic that is either overlooked or you only learn one kind of loop when there are two kinds of loops that you should know. The two kinds of loops that you should know are the for loop and the while loop. So, um, just to dumb down this program, I'm gonna make this entire block of text a comment, and I'm going to show you how you would print this out with a for loop and then with a while loop. So if you notice, we have an integer here, an integer here, an integer here, an integer here, here, here. It gets you would have an insane amount of code if you had, let's say, 100 people in an array. So what we would normally do if we were writing a program is we would type out the word for, and this will start a loop, and then we open parentheses, and then we're going to declare an integer like we have before, which will start at whatever number you want it to start at. So because we're working with arrays, we want to start it at 0, and then you're going to put a semicolon inside of it, and then you're going to put in your the condition that you want it to run under. So I is less than 3, because the array only goes up from 0 to 2, so you want it to run until it maxes out at 2. And then you want to go I plus 1, or I plus equals 1, because plus equals adds 1. So if you wanted to look at this for your own intuition, you would be I equals I plus 1, and that would also work. So we're actually not going to put a semicolon there, and then we're going to go like this. So you do, to print out the two arrays, you do system.out.print line names of I plus open space, the same formatting that we had before, and then ages of I, and then a semicolon there. And then when you run that, it will print the exact same thing that we had before, but you'll notice that it's if you had, let's say, 100 objects in there, it would be substantially less code than typing system.out.println 100 times. So let's do this in a while loop, I guess. Also comment this out. I didn't mention comments yet. I've just kind of been putting them in there. If you type // in a program and then you type thing, if you type something after // the program will just ignore it. It's just for developers to learn things like this is John's name. And if you wanna block out a lot of text, you type \**, and then you do that, and then like you type whatever you want, and then at the end it's asterisk \*, and then you're fine. So let me delete those comments because they're basically useless. So for a while loop, you just start by typing while, it turns purple, you're doing something. So you'd say while, I think you can declare things in here, int I equals, well, no, actually you can't. I'm sorry. So you have to declare a variable for this. So we're going to say int I equals 0, right? So now we're going to say while I is less than 3, right? Open parentheses. System.out.println. The same thing that we just typed out. Names of I plus that plus ages of I. And then this is why while loops are not as good for repetition. While loops are more for like conditionals if you're checking if things are true or false. But then you would just add 1 to I. And then when you run it, it will print the exact same thing again. So This, and this all print out the same things, and of the three, I would choose the for loop, but using a while loop is fine. Doing it this way is not the best, just continuously typing out system.println. I really wouldn't recommend doing it like that. So, I'm gonna keep the for loop version in my program, but practice looping. Definitely don't think that looping is dumb or useless, because it's very important. And after this, I'm going to get into another kind of repetitive action, which is called recursion, but that's a relatively advanced topic compared to what we're learning now. So thank you for watching, and I'll make another video soon.